Hey everyone, Robert here, and this is another episode of Will There Be Cake? As always, I'm with Amber Simpson.
Hi.
And today, if you're thinking you're going to listen to an all-cat podcast, you're barking up the wrong tree, my friends, because we're here to celebrate something else. And we're not going to get to it just yet because we want to introduce Silvester Zheku is back.
Woo!
Hello, hello.
Welcome back, man.
Thanks for having me back.
Last time you were on Work Like a Dog Day, but today we're celebrating
here.
something else because you're already typecast.
I am typecast as the dog guy.
Because what day are we celebrating, Amber Simpson?
Today is National Dog Day. Much more entertaining than Work Like a Dog Day.
Much more.
Well, this will be, in case people are like, do dogs work? Or like, what are dogs? Now we can explain.
Yeah.
In case you're confused from Work Like a Dog Day, now we're going to explain it. And that's why we brought Silvester back, because you've seen a dog or two in your lifetime, right?
I have.
Yeah. So
Actually,
he knows.
Yeah.
He knows.
He knows what's up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once or twice.
Just that.
Yeah.
So I think we all do. You have a dog, right, Robert?
I have two dogs, but I kind of gave them to my mom.
I mean, but you like live kind of in the same area.
Yeah.
By area, I mean the same house.
Yeah.
Except for
separated. Yeah. I just gave it. She just took them. I was just like, okay.
What kind of dogs?
Basset Hound and a Dachshund,
Nice.
miniature Dachshund.
Nice.
I mean, they're cool. They're cool dogs. It's just funny because, like, when I was like dating someone at the time, they lived far away, and I went to go visit them a lot. So my mom's like, "Well, I'll take care of your dogs while you're gone." I'm like, "I'm only like gone like for so many hours a day. It's not a big deal." I'm like, I can feed them and stuff and all that stuff. But she's like, "No, I'll take care of them for now." And then she ended up just keeping them, and I'm like,
She just
just
wanted
keep
to
them.
steal your dog.
And she
That's
has two dogs of her own, so they all get along together. She has
Nice.
two Chihuahuas,
Nice.
so like I'm like, that's fine.
Bunch of funny looking dogs.
Yeah. Two Chihuahuas, a Dachshund, and a Basset Hound. But the Basset Hound's so awesome.
Yeah,
I love
I
hounds.
bet.
Even though they're like loud and they smell bad, they like, I like their floppy ears, man.
They're so cute. And you adopted your dogs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, one of them we got from like, the Basset Hound we got from some guy who was like a hunter out in the sticks, and he just didn't want the dog anymore. And it was like in a cage outside.
Oh.
So like,
Poor guy.
and when we got her, she was like all like really like malnutritioned and
Oh,
like
no.
skinny.
Did he hunt her?
I don't know. I think no. I don't remember if she was a breeder or not. Like if he just bred dogs from her. But like basically,
That was awful.
she was so bad that like when we brought her in to the vet, they like injected her with like different things like nutrients and stuff. But like she was so skinny, you could see the pockets of the nutrients
Oh,
like swirling
wow.
around in her side.
Really?
Yeah, it was like really gross because you could feel her bones and stuff. But eventually, she plumped out and now
Yeah,
she's
she
all
looks
healthy and happy.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
she looks great now.
Yeah.
Well, I just got back from China and visited the wet markets, and I tried.
No, he
for
didn't.
the-
They wouldn't let you bring a dog. back from
COVID-20,
there.
baby. I'm bringing it.
2020.
Real. I think, was I making dead baby jokes last time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
That's like we're gonna eat the dogs too.
Wait, is yours adopted though?
Yeah.
Oh,
So actually, I adopted a dog in March, and she's a sweetheart. My sister was fostering her. She's some kind of mix. I think a Rottweiler mix of some sort.
Oh,
Wow.
Maybe Rottie Lab. I think for her first birthday, I'm going to get the DNA testing.
nice.
Figure it out. But it's been. Everyone always guesses. They're like, "Oh, it's a Rottweiler. Oh, it's a Doberman. Oh, is that a lab? Is that a lab?
Is that a dog?
Yeah, so yeah, exactly. So, but she's a sweet girl. Her name is Emma, and
Oh, Emma.
I love her a lot.
Nice.
That's awesome.
It's been really rewarding.
How old is she?
She's 7 months now,
Oh yeah.
and yeah, she's been
Teething and stuff like that, like biting stuff. chewing on
Yeah,
things?
not so bad. Not so bad. I think when I first got her, she was a little terror, and all she did was
You say
chew.
terrier or
Terror,
terror?
terror.
I'm kidding.
And yeah, I mean, she would literally only ever bite something. You couldn't pet her. She would just go for her hand.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
teething
It's
pretty
puppies.
badly, but
Right.
she's been good. She's been good. I actually started. Speaking of eating dogs,
Oh my
I started training her to not bite so hard by nibbling on her ear. So like we'd wake up in the morning because
right.
she would just like come into my bed at night, and I would wake up and we're just spooning, and I would just like nip on her ear a little bit, and then she would nip on my ear a little bit. And when she would go too hard, I'd be like, I don't like that.
Right.
And she kind of that was one of the training.
Well, sometimes they get a little too rough. It's like when you rile up the dog.
Yeah,
and stuff.
exactly,
Like
exactly.
yeah.
But I want her to know, like, hey, look, like my face next to your face
Right.
is cool.
Yeah.
Don't
But
don't nip me too hard. When I'm
that's important. I think that's why like a lot of times if you adopt a dog like too young, like they don't get that. Like with their siblings, help them learn like when they're being too rough and stuff like that, because their siblings will just bite them in the face and So then it's your responsibility as the owner to try and teach them that.
Yeah, they're physical learners, so
Yeah. Simpson.
I do not personally own any dogs right now, but my parents always have. I grew up with dogs. I've
Beagles.
lived in a place now that I'm not allowed to have
Did you
pets.
say eagles?
Yeah, eagles. They used to raise eagles.
Really?
No, beagles.
Beagles, yeah. So yeah, I've grown up with beagles. My mom still has 2, and then my sister has a little tiny dachshund too now that lives at my mom's house, and I go over there once or twice a week anyway. So it's like they're my dogs. I love them to death. But yeah, always beagles. When my stepdad was alive, he used to go rabbit hunting with them. Not all of them. Like it depends if they, had the
Killer instinct.
Or I don't know. It's even like the height of the tail and the ears and like all this weird stuff. And then he used to breed them as well. He didn't do too many litters, but that's where we got like the ones that we have now were bred from other dogs that we had.
Pretty cool.
And actually, one of my beagles is a famous beagle, not that famous, but she was on the if you go to Publix and they have their like own brands of things, the trash bags that they have. There's a green one with a beagle on it, and he's like. She's putting her nose in the trash can.
Right.
Oh, look at that.
That's one of my beagles. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So it's cute because she's no longer alive. That was years ago that happened. But
she got into drugs.
Drugs.
Like really spiraled down.
The stardom
what
got
she
to her.
found in that trash can.
She got it was just the stardom. It was too much.
All the royalties.
She moved to Hollywood.
The residuals, Modern career
got
never took off.
spat out the bottom of the porn industry.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Sorry.
Come on, baby.
Sorry. That's sad though. That's sad. It's sad.
Why don't you have some peanut butter?
Yeah.
But yes, I love dogs and I really want to have my own, but I'm going to wait till I have like a house or something because I could probably get away with having one in my apartment, but it's small. I don't have a yard. I don't
so it's
wanna
funny.
do that.
It's funny you said that, right? Because I used to feel the same way.
Yeah.
And I would actually make fun of people who would get dogs, living in apartments and, it's just, or sometimes like I would laugh at people because not only did they get a dog when they weren't ready, but they got a second dog when they weren't ready. But to tell you the truth, I think when you know, you know.
Yeah.
Because with
I
this
agree.
little one, I just loved her so much.
It's like a kid.
Yeah, exactly.
When you know you're ready,
right?
Take off that condom and you go ready.
You just go for it. You just go. Don't ask questions. Oh, jeez.
Now, it helps.
And it
As long
really
as
is
you
like
but if
having
you
a
can-
child.
Yeah, no, for
Yeah.
sure.
It's
That's
like
what I'm saying
just
is-
like having a child.
Yeah.
Like
Definitely.
exactly like
exactly like
there's
Exactly.
no difference
I love-
between
especially when they're puppies, like
right?
damn.
Or like when they
No, but I
cry in
like
the
when
cage,
Bill Burr said that, like, just to piss off people who always complained about, like, having kids and,
Right.
like, how much work it was. He's like, I don't know, my dog, it has 4 legs, your kid has 2.
You gotta
He's
clean
like,
up its shit. You
Yeah,
gotta feed
you gotta
it.
pick
Right.
up
Gotta
after
teach
it,
it
you gotta
things.
feed it. He's like, if my dog, if your kid bites someone, oh well, my dog bites someone, it gets put down. No, but it is kind of like having a kid in the sense of you got to take care of it and you got to have the time to do it. You could still probably you could have a dog in an apartment as long as you're there to take it out, take it out for walks and stuff like that, and
Right? No, I agree.
They both cry in cages.
That's true
That was
too.
a good one.
Oh, jeez.
that was
I
a good
can't
one.
help it. I can't help it.
So today we're celebrating dogs, all breeds,
All
pure and mixed.
What's your favorite breed of dog?
I mean,
Is it Beagle?
yeah, but I also want I can't think of what they're called now. Not a German Shepherd.
Pointy ears or floppy ears?
Floppy ears.
What's
Golden
the word?
Retriever.
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay.
nice.
I had a black lab.
Always
when I was
wanted
younger.
a Golden Retriever, but they're big. They're
Labradors are good. Yeah,
And they shed. Oh
They-
my god,
yeah, they
Golden
shed like
Retrievers
crazy.
shed a lot. My black lab didn't shed that much.
they shed quite a bit.
It wasn't as much as the Golden Retriever that my
Right.
friends had. Like that thing, like it was just like always puffy. Like
Yeah.
hair was always everywhere. But the black lab didn't really shed like that much.
Yeah, that's good.
And then chocolate lab. My dad had a chocolate lab for a while, and that dog didn't shed that much either. But I think labs are like good, just like companion dogs. Like they're just really loyal and really friendly and stuff. I do like hounds, and then I like, for some reason now, I really like the Shar-Pei ones.
Oh my god!
Just because they have that squishy face.
Yes.
I just love I love fat things.
He likes fat, squishy things.
So it's funny you mentioned Shar-Pei because actually a lot of people think my dog's mixed with a Shar-Pei because she's got a spotted tongue.
Oh,
really?
They have little black spots on their tongue.
Nice.
But her face isn't squished.
Yeah,
So
that's what I'm saying. I love like that. They just their skin folds over like their eyes.
Jesus.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
I like corgis too. I grew up with corgis.
Corgis are
Oh,
cool.
they're funny.
cute.
They're
Yeah.
funny.
My dad had corgis. We had one named Pork Chop. He was my favorite.
Nice. That's a great name for a corgi.
Wasn't
Right.
Pork Chop Doug?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite?
So I grew up with a white German Shepherd.
Oh, nice.
And
Albino.
No, I mean,
It wouldn't have lasted in the wild.
Right.
It would have been picked off. Sticks out. Yeah, no camouflage.
well, no, she's actually technically like some kind of Swiss dog. It's a misnomer to call them German Shepherds, but they literally look like white German Shepherds.
Right.
And her name was Snow. I got her on my 10th birthday. She was the best dog I ever had. I loved her to death.
Right.
I love pit bulls because they're really versatile dogs. They're super gentle if you train them right.
Train them right. Yeah.
And, they need the most help, I think, in America right now.
Yeah. Definitely.
I love my dog, Emma. She's a mutt. She's some kind of big dog, Rottweilers. I like my big dogs. I don't know how I feel. Or, you know what? I had a girlfriend. She had a cockapoo. And that dog was one of the sweetest, most fun dogs.
Cockapoo
Really?
looks like.
She looks like a teddy bear. I'll tell you right now. She looked like a little brownish, grayish teddy bear.
Oh.
And I used to take her on my motorcycle. I would put on my backpack.
Oh my God.
I would put on my backpack and reverse. So it would be in the front, and then I would put her in the backpack and zip it up, and then we'd just go on the motorcycle.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was the best.
It didn't scare?
No, she loved every time I would,
The
the
wind,
wind,
yeah.
exactly. Every time I would
Dogs
take her
love
in
the
the
wind.
car, she would stick her head out. So I was like, I got something for you.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
My mom takes the beagles kayaking with her, and it's so
Nice.
adorable.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would take her paddleboarding. She
Nice.
loved the water. Yeah,
It's just so weird because, think about it. Like, wolves or, wherever, dogs came from, like the red wolf and stuff like that. Like, they never got to experience, just driving down the highway with their
Simple
head
things
stuck
in
out
life.
of...
No.
They had to wait for, wind just to hit them. And they're like, this shit is awesome. But sadly, they just had to wait for weather to help them out. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Interesting.
How do you guys feel about purebreds? Because I have mixed feelings about some of these dogs. I feel like it's like they're breeding them to basically be deformed.
Right.
Yeah,
I have
the
mixed
whole
feelings
breeding
as well.
thing in general is kind of like an iffy, especially now, just because of so many dogs are out there and stuff. Like, I try to always adopt or whatever. Like any animal now. Like, I don't really buy animals from pet stores or anything.
Right.
But yeah, that's why I have a Dachshund, and right now she's okay, but every once in a while she gets a little bit of back trouble, and a lot of Dachshunds get back trouble because they're so long, even like corgis and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
Like they're longer dogs. Same with pugs, because their face is so smushed up, they get a lot of nose problems and breathing problems. So it's kind of sad because we're breeding them these certain ways,
So
and it's
they
actually
look cute,
yeah,
right.
so they look cute, or they're like Dachshunds were bred so they could hunt weasels and stuff and get into holes. But it's yeah, but at what expense now? They so many are that I see out and about are either not able to walk that much, or they're in one of those wheelchairs.
Oh God,
They build those wheelchair things for the dogs.
I just had a terrible thought.
What? Is it back at China?
Yes,
back in China?
yes, it is. Okay, so speaking of China, they're doing.
I was gonna say, how do you feel about them eating dogs?
I think
It's kind of
awful.
It's.
I'm not
weird,
part of the
though.
culture. It's not for me to judge.
Right.
I also feel like I still feel some guilt for eating cows.
Right.
I think
I do too.
ideally in an idealistic
Pigs.
world, you got to kill your own meat, and that would be the best way to do it. So I commend the guys who can do it, but then I also kind of wonder if they're sublimating some kind of sociopathic tendencies
that they're
because
killing things
these
every day.
dogs emote, man. I mean, so do pigs.
Well,
I don't know.
Right.
so do cows.
So do cows, right?
Any mammal really has they
Right.
said emotions and stuff.
Right.
So it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
That's why I really don't feel. I mean, I feel bad for all animals because I'm a huge animal lover. But chickens, like chickens are a little bit different. They don't
Yep.
have like the like certain emotional attachments that a lot of mammals have from
Yep.
like books that I've read.
Yep.
Anyways,
Yep.
I don't know if things have changed, but from what I've read in the past,
There's more of them.
Science is
they're
always
easier to
changing.
kill, you know what I mean?
Right? Yeah. But like cows and stuff, like cows and especially pigs are so smart.
Yep.
I kind of am trying to wean myself off of like all pig related
You know,
stuff.
pigs taste like people. Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah.
Is that true? Is that from experience?
No. I mean, it's something I thought about. I thought, maybe since they use the pigs for so many ballistic tests,
Right.
because the tissue is so similar, I
Right.
wonder if it tastes like people.
It might
Probably.
make some people bacon.
But going back to China, man, the dark
Yeah.
thought I had
Yeah.
actually was well, okay, so they're doing genetic testing and they're doing what's the word? Not designer babies, but when you genetically engineered
Yeah.
people, like
Mhm.
they're starting.
Oh, yeah.
They've been doing that. It's been a year and a half at least since they
So
announced
you
it.
think they're gonna
Crazy.
make dog soldiers
No.
like that one movie?
Yeah, the horse soldiers. No, what I think is, a lot of people say, "Oh man, this is crazy. We're going to make super geniuses and hyper athletes." But I'm wondering if we're going to have designer babies that are just going to be like a little fucked
Just-
up, like longer legs.
Oh, you mean like
longer arms? Kind of
because of how
smush faces
the
like a
dogs and
Shar-Pei.
stuff? Yeah.
So you're just like breathing
Hey,
these deformed.
I'll get myself a Shar-Pei baby.
They're just the circus babies.
Yeah,
from,
exactly.
Yeah. Little-
They can't breathe. Like
They did say that, like, I read a animal psychology book where the guy said that people are just drawn to like big eyes, squishy, like bigger cheeks, like
Right.
just bigger facial features is like what draws people's attention to cuteness,
Yep.
especially with animals.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's why you always see like even cartoon animals, they always have like bigger eyes and like it's always like puffy and like their face is just like plump.
Well, I think it's the genes trying to get you to like babies. Because
So
for
you
evolution,
procreate, yeah.
for evolution, they're like, okay, you see,
Not
these-
with the babies.
We want you to see,
Please specify that shit.
watch a Serbian film,
Oh God, no.
dude. Watch that movie.
But yeah, I get what you're saying. Like in the sense of that's just probably what. I mean, I don't know. I hopefully they don't do that kind of genetic testing, but I do think it's kind of weird. They're still coming out with like new dogs and stuff.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Like they're trying to get them smaller.
I read
and
an
smaller.
article
I
of
want a
like
dingo.
all the different kind of crossbreeds of corgis, like, and they had a picture of each one. I'm like, this is fucking insane.
Yeah,
Really?
it's so
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah,
Oh.
a picture of like it, like they crossbred them with like every breed of dog, and it's just like
That you
what
could
they
figure
look
out.
like.
But it's
Yeah.
also weird with like they're trying to get like smaller and smaller too. Like some
Yeah,
of these small
like the
dogs, they
pocket
put them in
sized
like
dogs.
a teacup and
Crazy.
stuff, and I'm
Whoa.
like, yeah, but why? Like they're gonna have so many problems.
They are so.
You're gonna accidentally step on one when you're like walking
yeah.
into the room.
break its spine. Yeah,
Yeah, like oh my god.
3-pound Chihuahua. I remember my roommate's mom came to visit, and she had this little toy Chihuahua that could literally fit in your hand.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
And I was like 8 or 9 years old, and she said, "Yeah, be careful petting him because his skull never fused."
Jeez.
What?
Yeah, he's got like this open lump in. I mean, it wasn't open, but you could see this visible lump in the front of his head. And it's like a soft spot because
Was it like water on the brain kind of thing?
no, it's just his regular brain.
Oh.
Because he was so.
How
he
did
was
it
bred,
live that long?
I don't know, but it was bred to be super tiny, and the
Yeah,
bones
that's
didn't
scary.
form right, but its brain was still
Jesus.
normal size.
That poor little guy.
I know. And now that guy's got to live like that.
Yeah, little
Well,
Wilsons.
he lived a long time, so
Little
oh.
elephant man dog. That's like sad.
Elephant man dog.
Elephant man dog.
Oh God.
All right, you got some facts for us?
Yes,
Emerson?
I got some facts.
All right, run through
so
'em.
the
One
holiday
more
was
more thing about China.
okay. Go.
Oh god.
No, I'm kidding.
I was like, you have a lot to say about China today. The holiday was created by a woman named Colleen Page. She was a pet and family lifestyle expert and animal advocate, and it was created in 2004. And August 26th was significant to her because it was the day that her family adopted her Sheltie when she was 10 years old. I don't know how she remembered that exact day
Yeah,
when she
that's
was
weird.
10
I
years
don't
old,
remember
but
any.
good for her. So that's where the holiday came from.
What's her name?
Colleen Page.
I wonder who she knows. The fact that she can
Make a day.
nationalize a holiday.
Apparently, you can just make a holiday.
Okay.
Yeah, we've learned. We're gonna make
Yeah,
one.
we're
by
gonna
the
make
end of
one.
this.
Yeah, it's not
Human
hard.
affluence,
It's really
human
not hard,
affluence.
apparently.
Yeah.
So today's about not only just celebrating all dogs. So you want to like praise your own dog, give them hugs and kisses today, but also to think of those dogs, like when we talked about the other day, the dogs that work hard, the ones that are law enforcement partners, the ones that are blind companions, the ones
Dalmatians.
or other disabilities. the ones who detect bombs, drugs, and pull victims from tragedy, of wreckage, like all that. So dogs are.
I got in a car accident the other day.
important.
This Doberman came over, pulled me right out of the wreckage before it exploded. I was like, thank you.
That would be amazing. I would love that to happen to me.
No, but it did it by
Even
its
if I,
paws
like,
too. It
Little-
just
little
grabbed me
hero
with its
dog,
paws.
little hero dog.
With his
Just-
paws
it got
on
on
his
it got on his hind legs, grabbed me with its paws, and pulled me right out of the car.
I think we're gonna have to add a hero dog into Cop Doctors.
Ooh, why don't
should
you have a
have
hero dog?
There should be a dog in Cop Doctors.
I'll play the dog.
Okay.
I
Wolf.
can make.
Like George Clooney in South Park.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Hilarious.
Yes.
Hilarious.
So the only thing else I have are like important dates. So September 17th, 1884 was when the American Kennel Club opened. It's the world's largest and oldest nonprofit all breed registry.
Mm-hmm.
In 1929, the first school to teach dogs to help blind people navigate the world started in Nashville, Tennessee, but was later relocated to New Jersey.
Weird.
So the first guide dog school for the blind. And this one's not as important, but in 2015, the myth that dogs are colorblind was debunked. Dogs can
Oh.
actually see color,
I do remember hearing
just
that.
not as vividly as humans.
Nice.
This is just like when I found out about feathers on dinosaurs. Just constantly, science is constantly changing things.
How did it take this long to figure that out?
I mean, you can't see through their eyes.
I know, but still,
Can cats see in color?
I don't know.
they can see in the dark, right? A little bit.
I don't know. That's weird.
It's dog day. We don't talk
Yeah,
about
okay,
cats
yeah,
on
screw
dog day.
cats.
Fuck those guys.
Yeah. Go dogs. All right. Well, obviously, we just celebrate by hugging our dogs
Yeah,
or
take
playing
them
with our
out.
dogs.
Take them out to the dog
Or
park.
trying to
Take them to a
Take
dog
'em
park.
kayaking.
Traffic drugs.
Traffic, yeah.
drugs.
You know, bring bombs on
Do
planes.
anything.
Yeah.
Get some dogs.
Yeah. So, well, now, because that dog rescued me from that car accident and pulled me out right in the nick of time before my car exploded,
Yeah.
do you think I should bring a cake to that dog
Yes,
and we should
yes.
share it?
I think today's the day for a cake for the dogs. They make dog cakes.
a dog cake. Not
Dog
cake
cakes.
for us?
No, not for us.
Why not?
Why do we?
Why can't we have a cake with the
Because
dog?
you're celebrating. I mean, you can, but you shouldn't probably feed your dog cake.
No,
Can't
no,
they not,
no.
not
They
eat
get
chocolate?
them like one of those like wet cakes that you buy,
Right, and
for,
then
like,
you buy yourself
$14 at one of those
in the
pet
shape of a
places.
dog.
In the
Right.
shape of it, and then you buy a cake in the shape of a dog.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
and then
Wait.
you eat it, but then it's like
Wait.
eating a dog.
Hold on. Hold on, guys.
All right, no. Just buy like yourself a little
My
piece
Chinese
of cake.
senses are
them,
ringing.
you buy them a cake, but a dog cake, and you buy yourself just a regular cake, and that's it. And you sit there with your dog and you eat cake.
And they could
Together.
both be shaped like bones.
Ooh, yeah,
That's
there
true.
we go. That's
Right.
There you
better.
go.
But then that's still weird.
Definitely get a cake for your dog. Maybe get
yeah.
a cake for yourself.
Don't put a candle in the dog cake, unless it knows how to blow out candles.
If it's an edible candle and doesn't have fire on it,
If it's a bone and it's not a candle, sure.
Yeah.
sure, keep it there.
a bone candle.
A bone candle.
Yeah.
All right, I guess somehow we came to some conclusion there. So I think that means cake for everybody and your dogs as well.
Yeah.
But not for your
Anyways,
cats.
But not for your
Not
cats.
for your
Screw you.
cats.
Put your cats outside,
Yeah.
like that in that song.
This is
Yakety
not
Yak.
their day.
Yeah. Bring in the dog and put out the cat. Yakety yak.
Yakety
Don't talk back. Okay. Anyways, that does it for this episode of Will There Be Cake. Thanks for joining us. Thank you, Silvester, for joining again.
Thank you for having me.
We'll make sure to get you on the next dog-related.
Always a pleasure.
No, we'll get you on for another holiday sometime
Sounds good.
soon.
Chinese New Year?
Yeah, one of those. And for me and Amber Simpson, we will see you guys.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Happy to.
This has been a Seven Lamb production.